The squibber down the middle by Kyle Wagner, fielded by one of the upbacks who's got some room across the 30, out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Platteville avoiding kicking the ball deep, and it's Andrew Collin who gets the return, and Dodgeville pretty good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 43. The Dodgers with the black helmets and face masks, the orange Dodgers in script logo along the side, white shirts, black numerals trimmed in orange, black trousers, white socks, black shoes. Platteville, the silver helmets with the italicized Cardinal colored capital P, Cardinal face mask, Cardinal jerseys with silver numerals and trim, silver trousers, white socks. Shoe color is optional. Dodgeville out of an I formation. They will throw on 1st down. Brian Rundhog, little dump off, and it's dropped off in the left flat by Grant Miller, who has some room. But Rundhog, the junior, pressured up the middle, had to get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he would want. And it appeared as though it was Kurt Peacock who got through.
Well, the ball was a little short, so Grant Miller was trying to reach out to get it, but just didn't have a chance.
Rundhog, the quarterback, 2nd year as a starter, 6 foot, 175-pound junior. He wears number 7. Single setback, wings to either side on 2nd and 10. Give to the tailback, Adam Litchfield, up the middle, not much there at all. As that play got submarined at the line of scrimmage by Austin Jarding, and then everyone else got in to help. Pickup of a yard for Litchfield sets up 3rd down and 9. Litchfield last week against Lancaster, 17 carries, 171 yards. He had a 74-yard touchdown run, and that was early. At that point, that made it 13-7, and then the roof collapsed on the Dodgers. Very immediately, a 3rd down and long. Split backs behind Rundhog, offset to the left. And he'll throw. Under pressure. Rolling left. Chased down, and down he goes back inside the 40 as David Gardner came in on a corner blitz for the sack, and Dodgeville goes 3 and out. They'll have to kick the ball away.
Great job by Gardner getting in there. I mean, he just flew right by anyone who was trying to block and was able to come from behind to make that tackle.
Back to the 37. It's a 7-yard loss, and it's 4th down and 16.
Michael Feldman receives the punt.
The punter is Danny Sullivan. Under pressure, just got the kick away. Turns over a nice one, hits inside the Platteville 40, and takes a Dodgeville roll inside the 30, and it will come to a stop at the 28. 35-yard punt, no return. We're a minute and 26 into the game. Platteville 1st and 10 at its own 28, and we are scoreless.
It was a nice punt. There wasn't that long a punt on the actual, flight of the ball, but it hit the ground and really bounced and had a nice roll to it.
Especially under pressure. Louis Zegwu is your starting halfback tonight. He dots the I behind Matt Withrow. Hillman from right to left as you look at your radio screen. Out of the I formation. Kyle Wagner to throw. Quick out near side. Caught by Feldman. Over the shoulder catch. Gets a field across the 35. Out to the 39-yard line, and that should be enough for a Platteville 1st down.
It's really a nice play call. I like that for starting it out because everyone in a white shirt is expecting to see Zegwu carry the ball and get the ball in Feldman's hands. Actually, he could have broke that tackle. There wasn't anyone else anywhere close.
Grant Miller was on the coverage and was able to run down Feldman from behind. 11 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10, Platteville at their own 39. Near side hash mark. Out of the I formation. Wagner to throw again. Pump fakes. He's looking deep. Far side going for Feldman. It's overthrown and incomplete. And Grant Miller was on airtight coverage anyway.
That would have had to have been a near perfect pass for Feldman to catch it. It was just such good coverage.
Wagner a week ago against River Valley. 11 out of 16 for 106 yards. Did not throw a touchdown. Was intercepted once. That interception blew up a promising Platteville possession deep in River Valley territory. Wagner also lost a fumble coming out from under center inside River Valley's 5 last week. 2nd down and 10. I formation, handoff to Zegwu, works the right side, has room, 1st down, gets out to midfield. Got submarined by Brian Rundhog, who also plays a little defensive back. 11-yard carry for Zegwu, 1st and 10 for the Hillman.
Right away, that should dispel a few things about the fact that Zegwu has been slowed down. He popped right through the hole and immediately was in the secondary.
We had a little rain earlier today, and that was probably the last thing that Scott Stotts wanted to see, knowing that Zegwu was trying to nurse back a sprained ankle, even though this field here at Platteville really takes water well. Empty backfield behind Wagner. Pump fakes. Going to throw over the middle for Michael Place. He's got it at the 35. Brought down at the Dodgeville 30.
It was another great play call. And Zegu went in motion back off to the right away from the trips. Faked a pass over to him, turned around, and hit the tight end coming back across the middle.
One thing I like about that throw from Kyle Wagner is that he didn't mess around. He zipped it in there. When you throw the ball over the middle, you can't leave anybody hanging out to dry, and he put it on a line to Michael Place. 1st and 10, Platteville at the Dodgeville 30. Ball at the near side hash mark. 2 receivers off to the left, play fake. Wagner will throw, rolling right, still rolling. Now he'll pump fake and try to run upfield. Gets inside the 30. He's wrestled out of bounds at the 27. Brian Runhog made the tackle, pickup of 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7. Looking for Michael Feldman, and again, Feldman pretty well covered.
That's one of the things that you like to see from a quarterback, the fact that you're not afraid to run the ball, especially when you see that there appears to be an opportunity.
3 minutes into the game, 2nd and 7 for Platteville, just inside the Dodgeville 27. No score. Platteville on their first possession of the night. Wagner to throw, quick out near side, overthrows Feldman and incomplete, and then Miller came over and pancaked him. And we talked about Kyle Wagner not hanging his receivers out to dry. That time he did, and Feldman paid for it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, as a defensive back, that's exactly what you should do. You let that receiver know you were there.
So it's a 3rd down situation for Platteville, and this deep in Dodgeville territory, it might be a 4-down situation.
I would expect that. It depends a little bit on how far Platteville gets here, whether they would go for it on 4th or attempt a field goal.
Back to the I formation with Withrow and Zigwu. Receivers to either side. Pitch to Zigwu. It's a reverse. Hands off to Feldman. He's looking to throw. Fires it deep into the end zone. It is broken up and incomplete. Looking for Kurt Martin, who had a step on Dodgeville's Zach Bennett. But Feldman put a little too much air under the football. Bennett able to close in and knock it down. And it's 4th down for the Hillmen.
This is one of the things that I think is really interesting. It shows how Platteville has changed from where they were 3 years ago to where they are now. 3 years ago, that would have been the tailback carrying the ball, and that's all it would have been, and they would have looked for it again on 4th. This Platteville team is willing to take whatever that is out there.
And Platteville will go for it. They need to get just inside the Dodgeville 21. Wagner to throw under pressure, fires it over the middle. It's incomplete. Nobody there. As Dodgeville got pressure up the middle, and Zach Frankel got through, along with Dylan Thomas. Platteville turned away on 4th down. Dodgeville gets the ball back. 8:40 to go, first quarter. 1st and 10 Dodgers just inside their own 27. We are scoreless at Pioneer Stadium.
I think that was supposed to be a screen pass to the fullback, but it just didn't have a chance to develop.
Dodgeville again going from left to right. Single setback is Litchfield. And he'll get it on a 1st and 10 handoff left side. Got submarined and gets only up to maybe the 28. Linebacker spot to make the tackle. Pickup of, they'll call it 2 and make it 2nd down and 8.
And I think Taylor White was up there and somewhere along the line there, submarining underneath as well.
We talked about Litchfield and the day he had against Lancaster last week. The week before against Richland Center, 25 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. So he comes in hot. 2nd and long, split backs to the left, handoff to Litchfield. Trying to work the right side, gets nothing. Maybe a yard out of it. That was a very slow developing play, and then it got gummed up. Matt Withrow, he was in there. And Austin Jarding, he helped out too. Charitable spot to the 30. He gets a yard out of it, and that'll set up 3rd down and 7. Again, we've had our spot issues this year.
Yeah. It doesn't make any difference which team either. They just do it wherever they're going to.
Runhog to throw under pressure. Quick dump off near side. Caught by Miller. He'll be submarined at the 35-yard line and knocked out of bounds on a sure open field tackle by Michael Place. About 2 yards short of the 1st down. We get the charitable spot to make it 4th and 1. And I think we're going to get a request for measurement. Yep.
Yeah.
7:14 to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless at Pioneer Stadium.
We can't actually see where the ball is from here, but where he went down, it appeared as though he would be short. But
timeout for official measurement.
Grant Miller, 6 foot, 165-pound junior. This is a junior-dominated Dodgeville roster. Chains walked across the field, the measurement being taken, and Dodgeville is about a yard short of the first down. So at their own 36, we'll see what Mike Baranek wants to do. Baranek assisted by Brian Bradley and Todd Biddick, Ryan Bonsack and Danny Markline, Josh Bush and David Mortimer. Brian Bradley, that name sounds familiar to Dodgeville sports fans. Home Talent League champions in amateur baseball. What a thriller that was a week ago at Centennial Park. Dodgeville will punt. Line of scrimmage, their own 36. The official now whistles the ball live. Platteville's been getting close on their rushes. This time, plenty of time for Sullivan. Kind of shanks it off the side of his foot, but gets some distance. The ball will carry out of bounds at the Platteville 42. That's a 22-yard kick, no return. 7:08 to go first quarter. We are scoreless. Platteville for the second straight possession, getting some pretty good field position.
This time Platteville see if they can not just move the football, but actually get it down and score.
Actually,
they really need to.
Put the ball at the 44. The officials kind of changed their minds. It's a 20-yard punt.
They do that.
And it's a 1st and 10 handoff to Zegwu with room. Tried to bounce it to the outside. Slipped a little bit, lost the football, and we'll see if it's a fumble if Zegwu was down. Dodgeville saying they have it. The officials are standing there talking to the Dodgers, and it will be another discussion breaking out. Platteville will get it. Zegwu marked down before the ball popped loose at the Dodgeville 48. Pickup of 8. It sets up 2nd down and 2.
I'm not sure the officials got that one right. I mean, that's right if you're on the Platteville sideline, but
Zegwu, the senior, number 34, 6'3", 232 pounds, and will play defensive end at the University of Wisconsin. He dots the I on 2nd and short behind Matt Withrow. Toss to Zegwu. Sweep to the right on the short side. Slips off one tackle, then another. There's a flag down. Zegwu up near a 1st down at the Dodgeville 46, but this play may be coming back.
yeah, it appears there's a holding call over on the far side.
The penalty marker sits back at the Platteville 48, so this penalty could cost the Hillmen quite a bit. The officials talking things over. Communication skills always very important. It is holding on Platteville. So take away what would have been a 1st down pickup by Zegwu and move the ball back to the Platteville 38, where the Hillmen will have it. 2nd down and 16. So you go from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 16. I can do the math on that. That's a 14-yard penalty. Platteville last week, all kinds of trouble with penalties. They were booked 8 times for 79 yards. Part of the frustration of that River Valley game. Hand up to Zegwu, wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. He has nowhere to go, and down he goes, back inside the 35. And that time, Dodgeville got a rush up the middle again, and once Zegwu got the handoff, there were about 4 white shirts standing around him. It's 3rd and ultra long coming up.
Well, that's one of the things that I think Dodgeville wants to do is they want to bring a lot of people on critical down situations with the idea that they believe they'll be able to shut Platteville down.
With an official stoppage of play for whatever reason, the referee talking things over with the Dodgers side. And now we're back to football on 3rd down and 20. Wagner to throw under pressure, hit as he throws, dumps it on near side, underthrown for Ryan Siegert. It's incomplete. As that time, it was Eric Schumann getting in. As interior of Platteville's line is a little shaky today. Now, that having been said, Platteville without starting center Trent Leffler is on the sidelines on crutches. Dodgeville loves to rush up the middle, so that could be a recipe for disaster.
Well, Dodgeville brought 3 linebackers that time, so you know there's going to be a lot of people there. You got 7 coming at you.
Place to punt, line of scrimmage's own 34. Good snap from center and plenty of time. Turns over, pretty nice kick, hits at the 35, takes a Platteville roll, and then keeps rolling and rolling and rolling inside the 10, all the way to the 6-yard line. That's not bad.
That's 60 yards.
That's a 60-yard punt. A lot of that yards after the roll, the YAR statistic. But we've seen Platteville punters. Oh, by the way, there's a flag down at about the 44-yard line of Dodgeville.
Apparently it's against Dodgeville.
We've seen Platteville punters become quite expert at rolling the ball on this artificial surface. Remember how good Clint Steele was at getting line drives and getting them to roll. Michael Place, his successor, doing a fine job with that style right there. Actually, they will penalize Dodgeville half the distance to the 3, whatever the penalty was. They didn't signal it and got the play started down very quickly. Less than 5 minutes to go in the quarter. 1st and 10 Dodgers. Hand out to Litchfield at the middle. Nothing. Maybe you got a yard out of it. Really, did you see an official signal?
No, I never did see a signal, and that doesn't mean he didn't give one, but he does it from wherever he is on the field. You know, a lot of officials will take a step towards the press box when they give a signal, but this official just gives it wherever he is.
Well, it's not for the benefit of us. It's for the benefit of the fans. That's the whole thing.
Yep.
A lot of people have come out today, and the night in which we saw some rain earlier. I think they'd like to know what's going on. No gain on that carry for Litchfield. It'll be 2nd and 10. Rundhog to throw. Looking left through the hands of Grant Miller and incomplete. He had room at the 10, but couldn't bring that ball down. Michael Feldman on the coverage. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Dodgers.
And he did have a little room over there to catch the ball and get out for a 1st down. Just wasn't able to bring that one in.
Neither team's offense really getting going, and you'd think that would play into the hands of the Dodgers. At this point of the game a week ago, they were down about 30 points.
Big improvement already then.
3 receivers in a bundle to the right. Rundhog will throw looking left, lobs it up, and it's intercepted by Kurt Martin. Returns it inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Platteville. Rundhog was looking for Nick Phillips and hung the ball up. Martin was there, stepped in front of the pass, and then took it in on a 14-yard return, and Platteville's defense gives the Hillmen a 6-0 lead.
You could see that Kurt Martin was just there measuring it and just waiting for that ball to come down so he could have a shot at either picking it or at least knocking it down.
Spencer Jacobson on for the extra point kick. He's 15 out of 17, and this kick is up on the way, and it is good. Platteville's defense turns in a big play. 4:11 to go, 1st quarter. Platteville 7, Dodgeville nothing. Back to Pioneer Stadium in a minute on the ESPN Double Team.
In day-to-day life, you're always trying to get things done before time runs out on you. Claire Bank of Southwest Wisconsin wants to give you more of what you're looking for. More time to get things done. Claire Bank's offices in Platteville, Montfort, Keeler, Fenimore, Shullsburg, Boscobel, Bloomington, and Muscoda are extending their hours to be open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and Friday from 8 to 6. The drive-up in Platteville is now open Saturdays from 8 until noon. Claire Bank, we can do that. Member FDIC.
Your retirement plan is probably one of the most important investments you'll ever make. How and where you invest that money could determine how you live when you retire. This is Ben Reeves with Edward Jones. I can help with 401k rollovers and IRA transfers and can help you determine how to invest your retirement money, whether you're staying with your current employer or moving on. Let me help you explore the options.
Visit Ben Reeves and his staff at his new office in Platteville, next to Nutrition World, across from the brand new Quick Trip in Platteville. Member SIPC.
Kyle Wagner's ensuing kickoff, bounding down the middle, juggled, picked up, and then put down at the 20. Dodgeville in all kinds of trouble trying to reel that one in. Michael Lodahl, a sophomore, got caught with a ball and then got laid out at about the 19-yard line. And getting down there to hand out the hit was Jacob Holloway. First and 10, Dodgeville. They'll put it at the 20. 4:06 to go first quarter. Platteville leading 7-0. Now the interception return by Kurt Martin. That's the second defensive touchdown the Hillmen have scored in 2006. Dodgeville from left to right out of the I formation. Run hog to throw. Floating right, throwing right. Caught by Zach Trinkle, the fullback. He's undercut at the 24-yard line on a sure open field tackle by Michael Feldman. Trinkle 6'2", 210. Feldman 5'7", 162 on a good day, so Michael Feldman's best chance was to go low, and he made the tackle like that. Pick up a 4, it'll be 2nd and 6.
You know, in that last kickoff, when's the last time you saw a kickoff return for 0 yards in high school football?
Well, it wasn't really Lodall's fault.
No, I mean, he didn't have a chance.
Run hog to throw again. Deep drop, steps up, wrapped up. He'll go down inside the 25. Looking downfield for his tight end, Holden Pratt. That was deep over the middle. That wasn't there. Then he was looking for Miller on the left flat, and that wasn't there, and down he went. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
It's a good effort by Platteville defense to put a little pressure on to get there so that he couldn't get away from anyone.
Dodgeville 0 for 2 on 3rd down. High formation. Run hog off a play fake, will throw. Has time, fires it over the middle, and it's incomplete, and a flag will come down. Nick Phillips, the intended receiver, may have gotten tangled up with David Gardner. Looked like incidental contact, but it will be pass interference on Gardner, and a gift 15 yards and a 1st down for the Dodgeville Dodgers.
Yeah, that's a judgment call, and you know, rather you get feet tangled up or whatever, that's just how it's going to get called.
So instead of Platteville getting the ball back on a punt, Dodgeville gets it 1st and 10 just inside their own 40. 2:51 to go. First quarter, Platteville leads 7-0.
That was an interesting mark off of a penalty. They gained about a half a yard.
Second penalty on Platteville for tonight for a total of 29 yards. Out of the I formation, handoff to Litchfield. Nothing there. Tried to work the right side and ran into Joe Evanchik and a bunch of his friends.
Yeah, he's down for a loss.
Back to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 11. Platteville last week, well, they certainly missed Louis Zegwu on offense, but I think they missed him more on defense because we've gotten used to seeing Platteville's front 4 spend a lot of time in the other team's backfield. They never really got it going last week against River Valley. Hand off to Litchfield. Tries the left side, got spun at the line of scrimmage, and maybe got a yard out of it before he got thrown back. Austin Jarding, Matt Withrow,
Taylor White.
3rd down and 10 after the hard-earned pickup of a yard.
I'll say he earned that yard too. But he did a nice spin move off the first attempted tackle, and that's really why he gained a yard.
High formation on 3rd and 10. Rundhog just settling in under center. Quick out, far side. It is caught by Zach Bennett. He'll get a couple or 2-3 yards upfield. Then he got thrown to the deck, and that's it. As Kurt Martin made the tackle, 4th down and long, and it's punting time for the Dodgers.
Was able to get a good 4-yard gain out of it, but just not enough to be able to get close enough to take a chance on going for it on 4th.
Matthew Litchfield into punt. A sophomore. Good snap from center. And he gets off a pretty nice kick, angling it to the far sideline. And this one's not going to go very far at all. It will be marked out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Platteville. So when all is said and done, that's a 13-yard punt. No return. Platteville again with good field position. 1:04 to go in the first quarter, and the Hillmen leading 7-0.
Now, Platteville's been able to get some nice field position, but they haven't succeeded in getting any real points out on offense.
Feldman wide right, Siegert wide left out of the I formation. Kyle Wagner to throw off a play fake, fires it over the middle, caught by the tight end, place at the Dodgeville 40, slips off a tackle, 35-30, gets to the near sideline, 25-20, and there he goes down. 37-yard pickup. Platteville again working the middle, and the Hillman in business.
That was really a beautiful job coming across the middle and taking that ball. The pressure was taken off from the defensive line with a real good fake to Zague, and all of it. Saw two defensive linemen go after him. They ended up being able to set up and make a nice throw.
Michael Place had that big first game against Darlington when he had two long touchdown passes, suffered a concussion in that game, and really hadn't been the same since, so he might now just be rounding into form. 1st and 10. It's a pass to the corner of the end zone looking for Siegert, and it's overthrown and incomplete with Zach Bennett on the coverage.
Tried a nice little fade route out in there, but I'll tell you, that was real good coverage by Zach Bennett.
We're in the final half minute of the first quarter. Platteville leading 7-0.
Platteville would like to get another touchdown here, and that shows coming out fairly quick, getting 14 points in the first quarter if they are able to pull that off. And they want to try to put Dodgeville on their heels.
Near side hash mark on 2nd and 10. I formation, blitz is on. Wagner rolling right, still looking, fires it upfield, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Michael Place tried to one-hand it at the 10-yard line. Had he reached up with both hands, he very well could have caught that pass. It'll be 3rd and 10.
But again, there was decent coverage, and had he been able to catch the ball, he wasn't going to go anywhere, but still could have caught it.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Ben Reeves and Mark Frederick, your Southwest Wisconsin area Edward Jones investment representatives in Platteville.
And there's a timeout.
Where's the timeout, Wally?
On the field.
Platteville will take it. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Platteville leading 7-0. Back to Pioneer Stadium in 30 seconds. You're listening to Hillman Football on the ESPN Double Team.
I recently purchased a new vehicle for my family, and wow, how nice. Until I received my insurance bill. My rates went way up. So I started checking around. What I found was Bush Insurance in Platteville. Bush Insurance is an independent insurance agent and has the ability to contact many insurance companies to find the best rate and the best fit for me and my family. What a difference. Not only did Terry Bush and his staff do all the legwork, but they saved me a ton of money. You can make the switch too. Call Bush Insurance at 348-2601. It never hurts to make that call.
Broadcast next week in the road game at Richland Center, by the way, will start a half hour earlier than usual. Kickoff will be at 6:30 to accommodate the Hornets homecoming. That means airtime 6 o'clock 1 week from tonight on the ESPN Double Team. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 10 Platteville at the Dodgeville 20. Hillman leading 7-0. Feldman at the tailback. Wagner on a bootleg to the right is not going to get much at all. Maybe gets to the 19, maybe the 18. And that may have been a busted play. It'll be 4th down and about 9. And the kicking unit comes onto the field. Spencer Jacobson hit a couple of field goals in week 2 at Edgerton from 29 and 27 yards. Had that big 33-yarder at the end of the first half last week against River Valley. That gave Platteville the lead for good. And they'll have time to back at Pioneer Stadium for the second quarter. As we switch sides for the quarter, Platteville, instead of trying the field goal on 4th and 9 of the Dodgeville 19, will go for it because Jacobson would have to kick a 36-yarder into the wind. Wagner to throw, pop pass over the middle, broken up and incomplete, looking for Michael Place. So Dodgeville gets another 4th down stop, and they'll take over 1st and 10.
One of the things, even though, like we said, Zague's out on the field, he's carried the ball a couple of times, but really we can see that a lack of play here has really slowed Platteville down.
Platteville has had their chances. They have spent most of this first half on the Dodgeville side of the field. But their only touchdown has come from the defense on the interception returned by Kurt Martin. Dodgeville from right to left, Rundhog to throwing right, caught by Miller across the 25, and he'll stumble forward near a Dodgeville first down, out at about the 29-yard line. Nice catch. And it was Michael Place on the tackle for the Hillman. Yeah, well, enough for a first down.
Yeah, that really was a great catch. He had to make some effort to get over there and to grab it. He did.
and Holden Pratt, the two leading receivers for the Dodgers. Pratt, the tight end, we haven't called his name at all. First and 10 at the 29. Handoff to Litchfield. Tries the left side. Nothing there as Taylor White came up from the linebacker spot and positively decleated Litchfield.
Platteville's pretty much made up their mind that Litchfield is not going to be the guy that's going to hurt him, and they've really shut him down so far.
Well, the numbers unofficially on Adam Litchfield, 7 carries for 5 yards. His longest run was 2 yards on his second carry. Second and 10. Miller wide right. Nick Phillips wide left. Split backs. Rundhog play fake. Rolling right now. He's going to try to run for it. Undercut and down he goes. Back near the 25. David Gardner having himself quite a day today. Gets his second tackle for a loss. And that will set up third down and 14 for the Dodgers at their own 26.
That was really an excellent effort getting in there and making that play by Gardner.
I don't think technically you can call that a sack because it looked as though Rundhog was trying to keep it on a straight bootleg. Third and long. Rundhog, short drop. Now a deeper drop, looking to throw, lobs it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Feldman at the 32. Returns it inside the 25, brought down at the 23. As again, Wally, the junior quarterback, Brian Rundhog, floated a pass out, and Platteville jumped the route and got the pick.
Well, it gives Platteville excellent field position again. But, you know, this is the third time Platteville's been down there. They really need to finally be able to get the ball in the end zone.
That is just the 4th interception that Rundhog has thrown this year. He had 2 in the first 5 games. 2 tonight. Can Platteville cash in the gift field position? First and 10 at the Dodgeville 24. Zegwu is in at the halfback. 2 receivers off to the right. That's the wide side, Feldman and Siegert. Hand off to Zegwu. Up the middle. Breaks off a tackle. Has the first down or got near it anyway inside the Dodgeville 15. Depends on the spot, and it looks like he's got a first down. Yes, he does.
You really see a difference when Zegu's in there playing and they're going to run the ball because the hole is there and he gets through it so quick. So much quicker than a year ago when he was first starting.
10 minutes, 10 seconds left, second quarter. Platteville threatening to extend its 7-0 lead. 2 receivers off to the right. The ball's right between the hash marks. Feldman and Martin are the wideouts. High formation handoff to Zegwu. Left side has room, bounces it out to the corner, turns the corner, accelerates upfield, inside the 5, brought down inside the 2-yard line. Let's give credit where credit is due. The tackle by Travis Martin saved a touchdown. And Travis Martin, while he defeated the stiff arm from Zegwu and brought him down.
In fact, he used the stiff arm to make the tackle. And I got to give the kid a lot of credit. That was a very, very good effort.
Martin, a junior, 6 foot, 195 pounds. First and goal at the 1.5. Hand off to the fullback. Matt Withrow leans across the pile. Is he in or is he not? Touchdown, Platteville. So Matt Withrow busts in for his second touchdown of the year. Platteville's offense gets on the board, and the Hillmen are an extra point away from a 14-0 lead.
It was a very important touchdown. They had to get that being that close to scoring.
Jacobson on for the kick. It's into the wind, up on the way, and it is good. Bounces off the scoreboard. 9:25 to go. Second quarter. Platteville 14, Dodgeville nothing. Back to Pioneer Stadium in a minute on the double team.
People's State Bank announces People's Free Checking. It's as simple as its name, free checking. No monthly service charge, no minimum balance required. Unlimited check writing, free initial order of People's Preferred Check, free ATM or check card, and free People's online banking. Please contact a customer service representative at any of our 9 convenient locations in Prairie du Chien, downtown or Riverside Square, Boscobel, Glen Haven, Mount Hope, Patch Grove, Seneca, Soldiers Grove, or Wazeeka. People's State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Your livelihood depends on your farm, so protecting it is a must. That's why you should turn to Rural Mutual Insurance. Our agents get to know you so they can offer a plan that best suits your needs. They'll offer competitive prices, and whether it's personal, business, or farm insurance, they're always there to listen.
Call your rural insurance agent, Bob Flogel in Darlington, at 776-4455. Or Emmett Skillian in Lancaster at 723-2106.
The ensuing kickoff from Kyle Wagner squibbed downfield again. It's the sophomore Matthew Litchfield who returns it from the 25 out across the 30 to the 33, and that's where Dodgeville will have it first and 10. 9:21 to go, second quarter. Platteville leading 14-0. Wally, how did that scoring drive go for the Hillmen?
3 plays, 24 yards, 56 seconds with Matt Withrow scoring on a 1-yard run.
Set up by the interception by Michael Feldman. Rundhog out of the shotgun for the first time tonight. Straight drop, looking. Now he's under pressure. Down he goes. Joe Evanchik got in for the sack. Back to the 26. It'll be 2nd and 17. Rundhog was looking for Holden Pratt as tight end, his main target. He wasn't there. Then he was trying to check down to Zach Bennett. He was farther downfield, and he was covered, and it's 2nd down and long.
Exactly. That's what you call a good coverage sack. The offensive line for Dodgeville had done a fine job. Had given him plenty of time to throw the ball, but no one was open.
Rundhog out of the shotgun again. 2 receivers to either side. Dumps it off near side for Litchfield. He has a blocker, makes a catch at the 25, gets across the 30, breaks through a tackle, keeps his feet out to the 35-yard line. So they get back to 7. They lost on the sack, and a couple of more to spare. It'll set up 3rd down and 8.
That was a real nice play. I really like the way that Dodgeville executed that. Kind of like a little screen back out here, but using your wide receivers to block for it.
Last week against Lancaster, Litchfield not bad, 6 out of 15 for 96 yards and a touchdown. And that was to Pratt. 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun again. Rundhog to throw. Fires it over the middle. Intercepted by Feldman at the 43. To the 35-30. Far sideline, 25-20. 2 men to beat. He'll step out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 3rd interception Rundhog has thrown tonight. The 2nd by Michael Feldman. Platteville again with platinum field position. 1st and 10 at the Dodgeville 16.
Beautiful job by Feldman. He measured out the pass, kept his eye on the quarterback, knew where the receiver was, and just stepped in front and made a beautiful pick.
We noted that Rundhog had only 2 interceptions in 5 games coming in. In fact, those 2 were in week 1 against Fenimore, and we all know how good Fenimore's defense is. He was on a 4-game interception-less streak until tonight. 1st and 10 at the 16. Toss, no, it's a play fake. Wagner fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Boy, he really sold the play fake to Zegwu, then came out and looked for Feldman. Had him open inside the 5, but misfired.
But you know what? If he faked it to Zegwu, he'd fake me out, too. I don't care how good a fake it was, because I would expect to see Zegwu carrying the football. But it was a good fake. Pass was just either too long for one receiver or too short for the other.
And does Kyle Wagner sometimes, Wally, look so polished that you'd never know he was a junior making a 6th start?
Oh, I know it. I mean, he just has so much confidence. You can just see it in the way he plays the game.
High formation with Withrow and Zegwu. Feldman in motion off to the left. It's a handoff to Lewis. Up the middle, has a little room, breaks off a tackle, lowers the pads, and gets inside the Dodgeville 15 to the 14. As Trevor Runkle made the tackle. Pickup of 7. Sets up a 3rd down and 3.
Now, once you start getting inside the 10, you know you're at least looking at a field goal. I mean, at the least.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Agri-Alliance Agronomy Centers, Lancaster, Platteville, Fenimore, Hazel Green, Bloomington, and Gaze Mills. 3rd down and 3 at the Dodgeville 14. Another handoff to Zegwu. Met at the line of scrimmage, but stutter steps through traffic, gets to the 11, and just a little bit inside, it'll be very near a 1st down. It depends on the spot.
It was really a good job running the ball by Zegwu. And this is one time where he was supposed to run. He could see that it was closed, and he made a little cut back to the other side, back to his left. Like I said, it's pretty darn close.
We'll get a timeout for a measurement. 7:08 to go, second quarter. Platteville on homecoming night leading 14-0 and looking to extend the lead. The chains are brought out and extended, and it is fourth down and about 3 inches for Platteville. Platteville yet to convert a third down, and they're 0 for 2 on fourth downs tonight.
Well, they're going for this.
They will go for it here. Well, if you can't get 3 inches, and you know the rest.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, they're talking about some big boys up front where you've got Clerkin and Calvert.
Double tight ends, I formation. Wagner will sneak, and he'll have the first down. Put him down at the 10. He needed 3 inches, got 36. Put him down at the 5, pardon me, and it'll be first and goal for Platteville.
Yeah, Dodgeville's big on the inside. I mentioned Calvert at 6'1", 280, and then Chris Clerkin at 6'3", 270. So they got some size right inside.
Platteville now on the verge of a 3-touchdown lead. 6:35 to go, second quarter. It's 14-0 Hillman. I formation, handoff to Zegwu. Slips through attack of the line of scrimmage, leans in, and they're going to put him down just short of the goal line. Well, another spot issue. Pick up of 4.8 yards on the carry, and it'll be second down and about 3 inches. It looked as though he clearly broke the plane of the goal line, but again, from up here, our opinion means very little.
We are on an angle instead of being straight on the line.
Well, he had his head, he had his shoulders, he had the ball over the goal line when he went down.
So it appeared.
Second and goal. I formation. Handoff to Zegwu. Left side has a seam, steps in, touchdown, Platteville Hillman. Zegwu in for his 10th rushing touchdown of the season, his 11th overall. And again, the Platteville offense cashes in the takeaway from the Platteville defense. And the Hillmen on the precipice of taking complete command of the game. Jacobson on for the extra point kick. Good snap, good place, kick up on the way. And it is good. 5:47 to go first half. Platteville 21, Dodgeville nothing. Back to Pioneer Stadium in a minute on the Double Team.
In day-to-day life, you're always trying to get things done before time runs out on you. Clare Bank of Southwest Wisconsin wants to give you more of what you're looking for. More time to get things done. Clare Bank's offices in Platteville, Montfort, Keeler, Fenimore, Shullsburg, Boscobel, Bloomington, and Muscadet are extending their hours to be open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and Friday from 8 to 6. The drive-up in Platteville is now open Saturdays from 8 until noon. Clare Bank, we can do that. Member FDIC.
The Platteville defense, 3 interceptions. One was returned for a touchdown. The other 2 gave the Platteville offense a short field, and they resulted in touchdowns, and it's 21-0 Hillman. Wally, what are the numbers on that last scoring drive?
This one was the 6-play, 16-yard, 208 with Louis Zegwu scoring from a 1-yard run.
Ensuing kickoff by Wagner, a line drive, angled toward the near sideline. It's going to stay in bounds, and it will be fielded at the 12 by a sliding Michael Lodahl. So down he goes, and that's where the Dodgers have it first and 10.
That was a tough loss on that one for Lodi for Dodgeville. I mean, he just slipped and reached and grabbed the ball, and that's all he could do at that point.
Coming up at halftime, we'll try to get you other scores and games around the area. I know Cuba City's homecoming game against Darlington started at 6, so that one is down the stretch.
And at halftime, that was 0-0.
Lancaster homecoming tonight for Prairie du Chien. Try to get a score on that. I formation. Brian Rundhog to throw, deep drop. Now rolls right. He's going to fire it deep over the middle. And it's caught, then dropped by Holden Pratt, the tight end. Had his hands on it, and then had the ball knocked out of his hands by Michael Feldman. And if Feldman wasn't going to do it, Kyle Wagner was there. So for the first time, the Dodgers go looking for their main receiver. And it results in a second down and 10.
Yeah, that one was right at his hands. He should have caught that.
Pratt, like a lot of his colleagues on this Dodgeville team, a junior, 6'5", 190 pounds. I formation on 2nd and 10. Receivers to either side, Dodgers from right to left. Front hog, quick out near side, overthrown, incomplete. Looking for Zach Bennett, and David Gardner was in on the coverage. And that time again, Wally, too. Rundhog missed upfield, almost had that one intercepted.
Yeah, and he missed badly on that one. He led him way too much. You know, you talk about the idea of junior quarterbacks and the fact Dodgeville has a junior quarterback, Platteville has a junior quarterback. There's a lot of good junior quarterbacks in this area this year. You know, with Blake Martin down in Southwestern and Jake Mextroff in Cuba City and Kyle Wagner.
3rd down and 10 out of the I formation. Rundhog to throw. Has time. Now he's going to step up and try to run for it. Gets out to the left corner to the 15 to the 20, and he's undercut at the 21-yard line. That'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. David Gardner is playing lights out today. Makes the open field tackle. Pickup of 8. It'll be 4th and 2, and the Dodgers will have to punt.
That was a real good effort this time by Rundhog to try to get a first down. Just came up just a little bit short.
Platteville with 2 timeouts left. Matthew Litchfield, Adam's younger brother, he'll punt. Under pressure, and shanks it. Kicks it straight into the air, and it will angle out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. This punt may actually go for negative yardage.
Oh, it has.
The line of scrimmage was the 22. The ball is marked out of bounds at the 21. That is a punt for -1. And Platteville again with brilliant field position. 5:23 to go in the half. The Hillman leading 21-0. 1st and 10 for Platteville at the Dodgeville 21.
It's one of the kind of the rules of defensive football, and that is never give a good offensive team a chance to score quick.
Joe Evanchik got the pressure up the middle and forced the bad punt from the younger Litchfield. I formation, Withrow and Zegwu. Handoff to Zegwu, left side. Breaks it back to the right. He'll be dragged down inside the 20 at the 15-yard line. Pickup of 6, and it was Travis Martin on the tackle.
It was an excellent tackle, and tackle to Zegwu exactly where you have to, and that's get those arms wrapped around the lower legs.
Platteville with a lot of time, so they're being deliberate. A touchdown here will give Platteville complete command of the ball game. Feldman in motion to the right. Handoff to Zegwu. Tries the right side. Bounces it to the corner. Accelerates the field inside the 10. And he'll get to the 8. Pickup of 7. It'll be 1st down and goal. Trevor Runkle gets the tackle for the Dodgers.
And this is exactly what Platteville wanted and what Dodgeville didn't want, and that's for Platteville to come out and to score and to get up on them. I mean, I'll tell you, this could really be demoralizing if Platteville were to go on and score a lot more points.
And you talked about Platteville wanting to use Louis Zegwu as little as they can. They'd like to get this 4th touchdown and maybe think about giving him the rest of the night off. We'll get a handoff here up the middle. Inside the 5 to the 3. And it'll be 2nd down and goal from there. We'll talk about how this is a tough stretch of the schedule for Dodgeville at halftime. 4 games left in the regular season, including tonight. 3 of them are on the road. Speaking of road trips, Platteville has one coming up after homecoming tonight. And we'll talk about that at the break, too.
Richmond Center's playing at River Valley tonight. In fact, it's Valley's homecoming. And you know what I said about Valley and homecoming?
2nd and goal at the 4. I formation handoff to Zegwu. Tries the right side. Almost got submarined at the line of scrimmage, but was able to power his way forward to the 2. In on the tackle, Eric Schumann, amongst others for the Dodgers. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by MP Limo. For your next special occasion, book MP Limo. Weddings, special occasions as noted, or sporting events, call MP Limo at 1-800-657-4526.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to go to a ball game, and
I'll tell you a story at halftime about that. I formation on 3rd and goal at the 2. 2 tight ends. Toss to Zegwu. Sweep to the left. Cuts it back to the middle. Runs into a lot of interference and will be brought down inside the 1. The Dodgers did a nice job getting upfield and forcing Zegwu back toward the middle. 4th down and goal from the half-yard line.
Dodgeville's doing a real nice job here in their goal line defense. They're putting a lot of pressure, and they're not letting Zegwu get into the end zone.
Ryan Seegert waiting to shuttle in the play, and he's still standing at the sidelines. Platteville will take a timeout. 2:21 to go first half. 4th and goal at the 1 for Platteville. Hillman leading Dodgeville 21-0 on homecoming night on the ESPN Double Team.
Athletes that strive for peak performance know that the right sports medicine team gives them an edge. Upland Hills Health Sports Medicine is just such a team. Whether you're looking for an athletic trainer to help you excel to the next level, or a physical therapist that can get you back in the game, Upland Hills Health Sports Medicine has the expertise and experience to help you perform your best.
Upland Hills Health. Healthcare excellence in your community.
Platteville down to its final timeout of the half. But this one a good time to take timeout number 2. 2:21 remaining in the second quarter. Platteville 4th and goal inside Dodgeville's 1. Platteville leading 21-0. Tomorrow on Cool Radio 107.1 FM, WPVL, it's UW Platteville football. Pioneers in the conference opener against UW Stout. That's a big one. They're all big from here on out. Pioneer game day at 12:15. Kickoff at 1 o'clock with Doug Wagan, Mark Evenstead, and Bob Middendorf. Pioneer football tomorrow on Cool Radio, WPVL FM.
And can the Pioneers be 3-1?
4th and goal inside the 1. Handoff to Matt Withrow. The fullback leans in. Touchdown, Platteville. Give credit to the guys up front. Taylor White, Joe Evanchik, the men in the trenches. They got low, and Withrow goes in for his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Platteville an extra point away from a 28-0 lead.
We said before that for Platteville this becomes a very important touchdown.
How about Matt Withrow's night? 2 carries, 3 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jacobson's kick up on the way under pressure, and it's good. He just got it inside the left upright. 2:18 to go second quarter. Platteville 28, Dodgeville nothing. Back to Pioneer Stadium in a minute on the Double Team.
Your retirement plan is probably one of the most important investments you'll ever make. How and where you invest that money could determine how you live when you retire. This is Ben Reeves with Edward Jones. I can help with 401k rollovers and IRA transfers and can help you determine how to invest your retirement money, whether you're staying with your current employer or moving on. Let me help you explore the options.
Visit Ben Reeves and his staff at his new office in Platteville, next to Nutrition World, across from the brand new Quick Trip in Platteville. Member SIPC.
Quality lime and quality service at an affordable price. You get it from Glendenning Ready Mix. Call Glendenning Ready Mix for limestone application. You can expect higher yields, and that means bigger profits for you when you use limestone application. Call Glendenning Ready Mix at 776-4014. Glendenning Ready Mix, serving Darlington, Schultzburg, and Gratiot.
Ensuing kickoff returned by Matthew Litchfield from about the 26 all the way out to the 39-yard line, and that's where Dodgeville will have it 1st and 10, 2:11 left in the second quarter. Platteville leading 28-0. Wally's special teams comes up with a bit of a play, forcing a -1 yard punt. Platteville getting a short field and cashing it in.
We've been able to score 6 plays, 21 yards, 3:05 off the clock. Matt Withrow, 1-yard run.
I formation behind Rundhog. Hands off on an end around, and that's not going to work. Joe Evanchik got upfield and made the tackle on Tom Butisoff, a sophomore making his first appearance. Mike Baranek is looking for somebody, anybody, to get the offense started. Loss of a yard, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you, they've been having problems trying to move the ball.
Rundhog to throw, rolling right, firing upfield, and it is caught by Miller out to the 45. Well, they'll put him at the 44. Tackle from Place and Wagner. Pickup of 6 sets up 3rd down and 5 on the 3rd reception tonight for Grant Miller. Dodgeville with 52 yards of offense so far. Rundhog to throw, rolling left, feeling pressure, still rolling. He's going to backpedal. He's going to lob it up, and it is almost intercepted, but incomplete. Rundhog just trying to get rid of the ball, almost had it picked again. Michael Place got his hands on it, tried to make a difficult sliding catch. 4th and 5, and the Dodgeville punt unit comes out.
How many first downs has Dodgeville had? 1?
I had them for 1.
A tremendous job Platteville has done on defense to hold them like that.
Litchfield to punt again. His last one went for -1. Wobbly snap is going to roll by him. Litchfield, he can't find the football. Platteville recovers inside the 25-yard line. And it's David Gardner again around the ball. That was a bad snap. Nothing Litchfield could do. He tried to do the smart thing, Wally, and just wrap around the football, but it squirted away, and then Gardner got to it. 1st and 10, Hillman at the Dodgeville 23.
And this is what I was getting at. It's the idea that you got thumped a week ago by a good team, and now you're coming to face another good team, and all of a sudden a little adversity comes up, and what's happening?
It's the 4th turnover for Dodgeville. 51 seconds left in the half. I formation, Withrow and Zegwu. Wagner to throw. Fires it over the middle, and it will be broken up and incomplete, almost intercepted by Rundhog. He was on the coverage with Trevor Runkle. And Feldman, the intended receiver, got turned head over tea kettle. Platteville with 1 timeout left.
I get such a charge out of Feldman, though. Such a little guy, and he'll get thumped all over like that, and he just hops right up just like it's nothing.
Wagner has missed on his last 5 pass attempts. 46 seconds left in the half. Feldman to the right, Ryan Siegert to the left on 2nd and 10. I formation. Deep drop Wagner. Feels pressure, goes deep near sideline, looking for Place, and it's broken up and incomplete. Boy, some hand-to-hand battling with Place and Rundhog. No harm, no foul. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and the no call was exactly what should have been called there. It was just very, very good defense.
39 seconds left.
Yeah, you got to take another shot.
And Platteville, with some confusion, they're going to burn their last time out. 39 seconds left in the half. 4th and 10, Platteville at the Dodgeville 23 after the mishandled punt. 28-0 Platteville back in 30 seconds on the double team.
I want him to get it.
Service with a personal touch. That's what we're all about at the Livingston State Bank. Hi, this is Jane from Livingston State Bank. We really enjoy the opportunity to serve people throughout the Tri-States. Whether you come to us for savings and checking, need a home loan, ag loan, or auto loan, we're here to help. Because at Livingston State Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your friends. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're all the bank you'll ever need. Livingston State Bank.
Platteville trying to exploit another Dodgeville miscue with the ball at the Dodgers' 23-yard line. 3 straight incompletions. Plus, Platteville with a little miscommunication from the play call. They have to burn their last time out. 4th and 10 at the Dodger 23. 39 seconds left in the half. Platteville leading 28-0. Michael Feldman in at the halfback spot this time behind Withrow. Receivers to either side. Wagner under center. Rolling right, looking upfield, fires over the middle, broken up, incomplete. Had Place open at the 10, but threw it a little bit behind him. And Travis Martin almost got the interception.
That was an excellent job by Travis Martin as well.
So the Hillman let a good chance go by. And well, the Hillman could have scored a touchdown with his gift field position. Go up 35-0. Automatic running clock in the second half. It makes your life a lot easier, especially if you're trying to nurse Louis Zegwu through this game.
Jacobson on the field goal.
Jacobson on for the field goal. This will be a 40-yarder into the wind. It's up on the way, and it's good. Nothing Platteville, 30 seconds to go. Second quarter back in 30 seconds on the double team.
Your feet are made for walking and running, jumping, dashing, darting, racing, and so much more. So whatever you've got going on, get the shoes to fit from Varsity Sports in downtown Platteville. New brands and styles are always being added at the lowest prices around. And without all the extra shipping and handling costs you'll find when you're ordering online. Be part of a winning team. Shop Varsity Sports, Main Street, downtown Platteville for athletic gear and athletic wear for you and your team.
So, Wally, a 4-play, 0-yard scoring drive for Platteville.
Yeah, that's quite a drive. 3 plays, no yards, 21 seconds. But Spencer Jacobson kicks a 40-yard field goal for that 31-0 lead.
The longest of his career. Wagner on for the kickoff. Line drive down the middle, rolls inside the 20. No one there to pick it up yet. Now it's scooped over the 10 by Bennett. He gets to the 14. That's it. Zach Bennett gamely trying to keep the feet pumping, but he's overwhelmed and brought down.
And no one back over in that corner. Ended up being a smart place to kick the ball.
The Hillman, by the way, will get the kick to open the second half. 25 seconds left here.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Coach Baranek is going to have to do a tremendous job here at halftime just to hold the lid on it.
Wings to either side, handoff to Litchfield up the middle. He'll get to the 16, that's it. Austin Jarding was in on the tackle. Second down and 9.
Ooh, generous spot, almost all the way out to the 17.
And that'll be it for a all Platteville first half. Dodgeville with 4 big turnovers. Craig Christensen on the kickoff. And he floats it short. Taken by an up back at the 27, returned across the 30 out to the 34. And that's where Platteville will have it.
Michael Trent on the return for the Hillman.
But they marked it at the 33.
Brought down by number 9.
And Platteville has Louis Zegwu on the field. 31-0 the lead for the Hillman. Platteville from left to right here in the third quarter. Zegwu and Withrow, the I formation. The ball's at the far side hash mark. Long count under center. It's a handoff to Zegwu. Up the middle, nothing there, and he may have lost a yard. As it again is Travis Martin getting in there and gumming things up. He's had a fine game from his linebacker position.
Zegwu, the ball carrier.
And they will credit Zegwu for no gain. Second down and 10.
No gain on the play. It remains second and 10.
Wally, you talked about using Lewis as little as possible. A touchdown here, and you're probably not going to need him anymore.
And you'd like to get him out of the game and save that ankle.
Receivers to either side. Handoff to Zegwu. Up the middle, bursts to the line of scrimmage and gets out to the 45 for the pickup of 6. Sets up third down and 4.
You know, even with an ankle that's not 100%, it's real interesting how he handles himself. And the fact is, if there's a hole there, he still slides to get to that open spot and still was able to show a burst of speed.
Platteville 0 for 4 on their third down conversion attempts tonight. They need to get out to the 49. Martin wide left, Feldman in a slot to the right. Toss to Zegwu on a sweep to the left. Wrapped up in the backfield, down he goes, back at the 41. Dodgeville again, that aggressive defense. The tackle from Eric Schumann. Platteville will have to punt the ball away. Well, not quite the emphatic message-sending drive the Hillman would have wanted. Loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down and a very long 7.
No, they would have liked to have done something a little bit more than that, but on the other hand, you know, you'd like to take more time off the clock than that as well.
Place on to punt for the second time tonight. His first kick with the long roll went for 60 yards. Michael Lodahl and Zach Bennett deep to return. Good snap from center. Holden Pratt on the rush and may have got a hand on it. Short punt will roll out of bounds at the Dodgeville 37. That's only a 21-yard kick. Pratt got around in those big long arms. He's 6'5", may have deflected the football. So Dodgeville makes a play on special teams, and they get pretty good field position. Dodgers 1st and 10 at the 37.5-yard line. 9:44 to go, third quarter. It's 31-0 Platteville.
Well, Dodgeville needs to get something going immediately.
Out of the I formation, handoff to Litchfield. Tried to work the right side. Didn't get much there. Maybe a yard as Taylor White, who has been Litchfield's shadow today, makes another tackle. Pickup of a yard at 2nd and 9.
Tackle by number 30, Matt.
We noted it earlier. Litchfield last week against Lancaster. 17 carries, 171 yards, and a touchdown. The week before against River Valley, 25 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. Tonight with that carry, 9 rushes for 7 yards against Platteville. 2nd and 9. I formation, and Rundhog drops the snap. It's a fumble. Who's got it? I think Rundhog may have fallen on his own mistake. Austin Jarding was in the neighborhood, but Rundhog got to it first. The ball spotted back at the 38. The original line of scrimmage, it'll be 3rd down and 10.
It was a real good job because what he did is all of a sudden he kind of got his hands apart, got his head down, and started looking for the ball immediately.
Dodgeville is 1 for 6 on their 3rd down tries. The only conversion was that controversial pass interference penalty. Platteville showing blitz on 3rd and 10, and they may have jumped off sides. And it wasn't just one Hillman defender, it was a whole bunch of them. Yep. Encroachment is the call, so somebody out there encroached. And it'll be 3rd down and now 5 for the Dodgers on the 3rd penalty tonight for Platteville.
Yeah, they'd have to read off about 3 or 4 numbers just to say who it was.
Dodgeville has yet to commit a penalty tonight.
That's about the only error they haven't made.
3rd and 5 here at their own 43. Split backs. Rundhog to throw with time, rolling right. Now feels pressure from Withrow, who's got him. Down he goes, back at the 33-yard line. Rundhog looking deep downfield for Miller. He wasn't there. He was trying to find Nick Phillips. He was also deep downfield and well covered. 3rd sack for the Hillman tonight, and Dodgeville will have to punt.
You know, and I'll tell you, that was another good coverage sack, but just finally gave enough time to get back and be able to make the play.
Litchfield bobbles the snap. He's under pressure. He gets the kick away. It's a high floater. Going to fall right down in the W at the middle of the field and take a Dodgeville roll. And it'll stop dead at the Platteville 44. So Litchfield, under heavy pressure, does get the kick away.
Hillman ball, 1st and 10.
And it goes for 23 yards.
I don't know how in the heck he got that off.
7:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Platteville 1st and 10 at their own 44. Hillman leading 31-0.
And somewhere along the line here, one of these teams needs to get something going.
After that sack, Dodgeville's total rushing, minus 15 yards. Segwu dots the I on 1st and 10. He'll get it on a draw. He's slowed down behind the line of scrimmage and is brought down for a loss back at the 41.
Had they not gotten a hand on him, he had a wide open field with a blocker in front of him.
Dodgeville had a 5-man line that time, and they threw everybody right upfield. It was a gamble, and it paid off. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Louis Zegwu's last 2 carries have gone for minus 5 yards.
Well, that's exactly what Dodgeville needs to do, is just to simply make up their mind, we're not going to let Zegwu do anything to hurt us.
Near side hash mark on 2nd and 12. Play fake, Wagner to throw, lobs it over the middle, caught by Place. He'll be brought down near midfield. Nice open field tackle by Brian Rundhog. Rundhog's a better defensive back than he is a quarterback.
Sure seems like it.
pickup of 7.
Michael plays.
And that will set up 3rd down and 5 as Wagner snaps his streak of 6 consecutive incompletions.
Well, Platteville needs to find another 5 yards if they want to keep this drive alive.
And I'm wagering that they do. 2 receivers off to the left. That's the wide side. Feldman in the slot. Martin wide left. Wagner to throw, rolling left. Feels some pressure, keeps rolling. Now fires it upfield. Caught by Feldman. Has a first down at the Dodgeville 45. Feldman did the right thing, too. His quarterback was in trouble. Holden Pratt had a nice rush upfield. Feldman was running a deep route while he broke it off, came back to the ball, then made a nice catch at a pass between his knees for the big 3rd down conversion.
You know, it seemed like he came back and almost as if he knew where the first down stake was, because he leveled it off there and was able to make the catch.
2nd reception for Feldman tonight for 17 yards and a big Platteville first down at the Dodgeville 45. 6:03 to go, 3rd quarter. Platteville leading 31-0. I formation. Wagner to throw. Deep drop. He's going to fire it deep near sideline for Feldman. Over the shoulder, makes the catch inside the 20. Put him down at the 13-yard line. Grant Miller had the step-for-step coverage, but Wally, what did he not do?
Didn't look for the ball.
He was not looking for the football. As Wagner put it over Feldman's outside shoulder, Feldman able to look over and make the great catch. 1st and 10 Platteville at the Dodgeville 13-yard line.
It was great coverage. He was in perfect position, but he didn't check to see when his receiver was looking. But it was hard to tell because Feldman was looking back up over his head. I mean, he didn't turn to look.
32 yards on that pitch and catch. I formation handoff to Zegwu. Tries the middle again. Doesn't find much room to work. He'll be brought down at the 12.
Zegwu, the ball carrier.
But one of the things that Platteville's doing is by running Zegwu periodically like this, it forces them to make certain that they take care of business with Zegwu. And if they fail to do it, he's going to hurt them.
A gain of 1 on the play.
2nd down and 9. A broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Foggy Bottom Woodworks in Muscadet. Old-fashioned quality and the most modern technology. Foggy Bottom Woodworks. Near side hash mark. 2 receivers off to the left. That's the wide side. Quick out to Feldman. He's got 2 men to beat and can't. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
2 defenders did a tremendous job. They both came flying. Really, they ended up and they created a problem for Ryan Siegert, who was trying to block over there, because he had to make a choice, and unfortunately he didn't get either one of them.
Grant Miller and Zach Bennett were there, and Miller makes the tackle. Sets up 3rd down and about 9. The Hillmen are well within Spencer Jacobson's field goal range, but
3rd and 9.
a touchdown is what they're seeking. 2 receivers off to the right. That's the wide side. Platteville again will burn a timeout. 4:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Platteville 3rd and 9 at the Dodgeville 12. We'll come back to Pioneer Stadium in 30 seconds. You're listening to Hillman Football on the ESPN Double Team.
Come on into Culver's and try a little tenderness with our mouth-watering pork tenderloin sandwich. We start with moist, premium tenderloin, then bread it with Culver's own classic cracker blend. And like all of our great-tasting sandwiches, it's cooked up hot and delicious only after you order, for a tender, juicy taste that's oh so easy to love.
Culver's in Prairie du Chien, Platteville, Dodgeville, and Dubuque.
Culver's, taste how much we care.
Platteville spending a timeout, trying to get everything in order inside Dodgeville territory. 3rd down and 9 for Platteville at the Dodgeville 12. 4:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Platteville leading 31-0 and looking for more. Taylor Orton is the center today, replacing the injured Trent Leffler. I formation, far side hash mark. Toss to Zegwu, sweep to the right. Now cuts it back to the left, gets inside the 10, maybe to the 7. Eric Schumann on the tackle for the Dodgers.
Good decision running the football. could see he wasn't going to get to the edge, so he cut it back inside and was able to get more yardage than he would have otherwise.
Sets up 4th down and 4, and Platteville's going to go for it. The reason why they're going for the touchdown and not the field goal attempt is the continuous clock. They get a touchdown here. The continuous clock kicks in. A field goal, well, it would add to the lead, but it wouldn't give them the 35-point advantage they would need. Receiver split wide to either side on 4th and 4. Wagner to throw in a rollout left, steps up under pressure. He's going to lob it into the end zone, and it's intercepted by Rundhog. He'll be brought down at the 2. Wagner never did get comfortable, just threw it up for grabs, and Rundhog got the pick. So Dodgeville makes its
Wagner's pass is intercepted by number 7.
3rd, 4th down stand on defense. They get the ball back. There's your good news. The bad news is it's at the 2, but the good news is you stop the continuous clock. 3:30 to go in a somewhat lethargic 3rd quarter. Platteville leading 31-0.
Well, the pass was intended for Michael Place, and Michael Place did an excellent job of making the tackle. Just keep him from getting any further down the field.
Trankel and Litchfield, the I formation behind Rundhog. 2 receivers off to the right. That's the short side. Handoff to Litchfield. Wrapped up at the goal line, but he's able to spin out to the 1. He'll lose a yard. That handoff made about 2 yards deep, and Platteville was almost able to get the safety Taylor White in there with some help from Matt Withrow. As the Hillmen again are keeping Litchfield in check. That's his 10th carry, Wally. He has 6 yards.
That's a tremendous job on defense because, like I said, he is a very good running back.
2nd and 11 at the 1. Rundhog to throw. He's going to fire it deep far sideline. It's overthrown and incomplete.
Nice coverage by Ryan Seeger.
And he went step for step with Grant Miller. And it'll be 3rd down and long. Our game today brought to you in part by Ferrell Gas. Trust your friendly local Ferrell Gas team for fair pricing and great service for all your propane needs. Ferrell Gas, proud to be community involved. The Dodgers have yet to convert a 3rd down without the benefit of a penalty. They need to get out just beyond their own 12. Out of the I formation, Rundhog to throw under pressure. Rolling left, wrapped up, down he goes. Safety, Platteville, as Kurt Peacock got in to make the tackle, and it's 33-0 Hillman.
Kurt Peacock and Matt Withrow for the safety.
Brian Rundhog has had a rough night, Wally. He's made some mistakes. That time, however, he never had a chance.
No, he never had a chance at all. I mean, Peacock was coming hard from the backside as Rundhog was looking and ready to start throwing the ball downfield, and all of a sudden there was Peacock.
Platteville's defense scoring for the 2nd time tonight, and the Hillmen will get the ball off the free kick and should have a short field to work with. 2:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Platteville's lead is now 33-0. So now if Platteville drives within field goal range, they'll take it, and that'll give them the continuous clock. 3rd defensive score of the year for the Hillmen. The first was that interception return on week 2 that Michael Feldman had against Edgerton, the 17-yard touchdown return off the pick. Kurt Martin with the interception return for a touchdown in the 1st quarter tonight, and now Kurt Peacock with the safety. And the sophomore, Matthew Litchfield, on the free kick from the 20-yard line. They will punt it. Wobbly kick. Feldman over inside his 40. The ball bounces around. He'll pick it up at the 34. Returns to the 40. Tries to angle off to the far sideline. Got wrapped up and brought down by Trankel at the 42-yard line. But Feldman had a hard time trying to field that punt. And he's slow to get up after a pretty solid hit by Trankel. And there's a marker down, too.
Right. Just the way he's moving around over there, I wonder if it isn't maybe landing on the ball or if he's got an ankle cramp or something like that.
The training staff out to take a look. And Feldman, who had his ankle dinged last week late in the game against River Valley, may have the same thing again. As he's helped to his feet, he's trying to put weight on his right ankle. He's having trouble doing that. The penalty is against Platteville for an illegal block, and that will move the ball all the way back to the 27. Another penalty for Platteville. So field position now becomes poor field position. Platteville leading on homecoming night, 33-0. Michael Feldman walking without assistance, although with a noticeable limp as he gets back to the Platteville sideline. Louis Zegwu, the halfback, on 1st and 10. Hillman from left to right. Ball at the far side hash mark. It's a give to Lewis. Right side, squirts to the line of scrimmage to the 30, and he's wrapped up from behind and brought down to the 34. Rundhog on the tackle. Brian Rundhog has been very busy on defense tonight. Pickup of 7 on the carry for Lewis. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Rundhog's a very fine defensive back. I like the way he comes up from the secondary to make plays.
2nd and 3.
Dodgeville maybe just never recovered from what happened a week ago against Lancaster.
Well, it's really hard. You know, the wheels come off the wagon in that game, and then they come off the wagon here in the 2nd quarter. And I mean, Veronic's done a good job of trying to get the wheels back on.
I formation. Siegert in motion off to the left. Hand off to Zegwu, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and he'll fall ahead to the 35. It'll set up 3rd down and 2. Zach Trankel on the tackle up to the 1-yard pickup. We're under 2 minutes to go. And we'll get a timeout as one of the officials looking at Zegwu. And he'll have to come out. I think he's got a helmet issue. Or a mouth guard issue.
No, it looks like he has something
nose.
in his eye or a bloody
something
nose.
like that. Anyway, he's been sent off. So Platteville down to what would appear to be their 3rd string halfback in David Gardner. And in he comes on 3rd and 2. Martin to the left, Siegert to the right, I formation. It's a handoff to Withrow, working the left side, slips through and is near a 1st down. Didn't get a good spot. So we'll see if he's got enough yardage or not.
It looks like they're good. Nope, 1st down.
So Withrow gets 2 hard-earned yards, and Platteville keeps the drive alive. 1:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. Platteville leading 33-0. On the first 3rd down conversion for Platteville tonight.
And that was a real important one. They're at a point where they need to get some time off the clock. It just hasn't been moving fast enough for them.
Louis Zegwu seems to be okay. He's walking back toward the coaching staff. I formation. Wagner to throw off a play fake, rolling left. Looking. Now he'll run with it. Gets across the 40, and he'll be brought down at the 43. Did a nice job bluffing the pass to Matt Withrow and ran upfield for a 5-yard gain. Travis Martin on the tackle for the Dodgers. Give him 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4.
Mather did a very fine job of not blocking by coming back out. Had he tried to lay a block, it would have been a clip, and he did a nice job of staying off it. It was pretty tough not to do that.
Zegwu's back in at the halfback. 2 receivers off to the right. That's the wide side, Siegert and Martin. I formation. It's a handoff to Zegwu. Up the middle. Slides through traffic. Gets across the 45. Out near the 47 and very near another Platteville 1st down.
I think it's going to be just a little bit short.
The officials blow the clock dead. Now look over and they signal 1st down. But that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Well, this 3rd quarter, not a thing of beauty, but Platteville still firmly in command, leading Dodgeville 33-0 on homecoming night. Back to Pioneer Stadium in 1 minute on the ESPN Double Team.
Get the reliable
in at the halfback. 2 receivers off to the right. That's the wide side. It's a give to Lewis. He's caught in the backfield. Down he goes. Dodgeville again, they like to blitz, and Andrew Collin got in to make the hit. Back to the 44. It's a loss of 3. Sets up 2nd down and 13.
Dodgeville does like the blitz. You know, that's kind of been a Dodgeville thing for as long as I remember Dodgeville. On defense, they like to bring a lot of people, and they like to come after you.
And they've done to Louis Zegwu what I don't think anyone else has done yet. 4 carries for minus yardage in 1 game. He does have 90 yards on 22 carries. 2nd and long. Receivers to either side. Wagner to throw off a deep drop. Pump fake, sets up a screen over the middle. Caught by the tight end place, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage as Chris Clerkin made the tackle. One of the linemen made the stop, and it'll be 3rd down and 13.
Oh, it's like a tight end screen. I always thought that was a play that really wasn't used much in high school. I tell you, Dodgeville did a real nice job of making certain that somebody stayed home so that a screen pass wouldn't have success.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by MP Limo. For your next special occasion, book MP Limo. Weddings, special occasions, or sporting events, call MP Limo at 1-800-657-4526. Third and long. Handoff to Zegwu, right side, met at the line of scrimmage, gets through a tackle, but is brought down at the 46 after the pickup of only a couple of yards. It's fourth down and long, and the punting unit will come out. Well, if Scott Stotts is looking for the A game after the hit-and-miss effort a week ago against River Valley, he hasn't gotten it, although his defense has been impressive.
Defense has been very impressive. They've played extremely well.
Line of scrimmage, the 46. Place on to punt for the third time tonight. Lodahl and Bennett to receive. Nice line drive kick. Hits at the 20. Takes a big roll inside the 5 and stops dead at the 4-yard line. And for the second time tonight, Michael Place has put a punt down inside Dodgeville's 10. That's a 50-yard punt, no return. 9:49 to go in the game. First and 10 Dodgeville at its own 4. Platteville leading 33-0.
That was a totally outstanding punt. There's no other way of putting it. There was a flag down on the play as well, holding on the defense.
So that'll take it half the distance to the 2. Could Platteville get the continuous clock off another safety? Stay tuned. Dodgers from left to right. Trankel and Litchfield, the I-formation run hog on a keeper, has some room to his left and gets out to the 5. That's one way to avoid the safety. Pickup of 3, it'll be second and 7. Tomorrow here on the ESPN Double Team, 6 Rivers football as the Potosi Chieftains visit the Schulzburg Miners. Wally and RJ have the call from Badger Park, 12:40 the airtime, kickoff at 1. That's tomorrow afternoon on the Double Team.
And like you said, another good concession stand.
It is a good one. I formation again, 2 receivers off to the left. That's the short side. Handoff to Litchfield. Tries to work the middle, doesn't get a thing.
Adam Litchfield on the carry.
Say this, the Platteville defensive front 4 missing Louis Zegwu, but they haven't missed a beat. Austin Jarding makes the tackle. Austin Jarding has done a great job. While he's getting double teamed a lot, he is taking away the middle from Dodgeville.
He's done a tremendous job.
Litchfield got credited for a yard, and I don't know how. Third down and 6. Quick hitter up the middle. Some room this time for Litchfield. It gets across the 10 out to the 11. But he'll be short of the first down.
That might be his largest game.
That is his longest carry of the day for 5 yards. Gets him to 12 yards on 12 carries in the game. Fourth down and about a yard for the Dodgers. High school football tonight comes up a little bit later tonight on 97.7 Country WGLR. The amiable Bob Mittendorf is your host. Airtime about 10 o'clock. Get all the scores, reports on the games we're covering for Queen Bee, and we'll get a timeout. Dodgeville spends the timeout. Where's the timeout, Wally?
That's on the field.
You have a note there, Wally.
Yeah, hey, we got a little plug tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big mountain bike race out here just off Airport Road. West Timber Lane off Airport Road. The Blockhouse Roll, and this is a mountain bike race that is part of a circuit that comes through the upper Midwest. The beginners start at 10 o'clock. The expert race starts at 12. I'll tell you what, this is a top course. I know a number of people that have ridden in it, and anyone's interested, they might like to go see that. It's really interesting. But the real crazy thing is Sunday. The UW Cycling Club is sponsoring a downhill mountain bike race. These guys are crazy. I mean, they go straight down the hill and open up as fast as they could go.
That hill by Dodgeville, right?
No, this is all same out here just off Airport Road, West Timber Lane, and they've got about a 500-foot drop.
Dodgeville's going to go for it on 4th and a yard from their 11. And they'll get the first down. They bluff Platteville to jump off sides again. So for the second time, Platteville bites on the hard counter and gives Dodgeville a first down tonight. 5th penalty for Platteville for 54 yards, and Dodgeville has been penalized twice for 5 yards.
And Dodgeville has been very fortunate because 2 of Platteville's penalties have given them first downs.
8:06 to go in the game, 33-0 Platteville. Split backs offset to the right with Martin and Litchfield. And it's a handoff to Litchfield, working the left side, breaks to the line of scrimmage, gets off across the 20, out to the 24 on an 8-yard pickup. So Adam Litchfield at last starting to find some room to work. There's a marker down. Personal foul on Platteville. I think they're calling it a blow to the head. So this will add on another 15 yards. Platteville's been up and down on their penalties. First game of the year, they were solid against Darlington. 2 penalties, 20 yards. Then that weird night at Edgerton, 13 penalties for 100 yards. Then 5 for 25 against Prairie du Chien in week 3. 4 for 25 in the win against Lancaster. All the penalties last week and again here tonight. First down handoff left side. Rundhog will keep it. Gets across the 40 onto the 44 on a 5-yard pickup.
A gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
Dodgeville just trying to get something going.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that's the one thing that they really need, and it'll help them as they go into another game if they can get something going here.
Split backs on 2nd and 5. Rundhog handoff to Martin up the middle. His first carry of the night. He'll get a yard to the 46.
They didn't favor much better than Litchfield has most of his carries.
The broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Ben Reeves and Mark Frederick, your Southwest Wisconsin area Edward Jones investment representatives in Platteville. Kyle Cooper and Wally Troughton with you in the Avista Incorporated broadcast booth. Avista Incorporated is proud to be part of the Platteville community. 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Dodgers. And I've made it this far without a Vin Scully impersonation. I'm proud of myself. Split backs offset to the right. Rundhog, play fake, under pressure, rolling right, still rolling, looking upfield, still looking, now tries to turn the corner, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line on a solid tackle by Kurt Peacock. Loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down and 4.
Really been impressed with Kurt Peacock as this year has gone on. I know in the game he filled in for Withrow, he filled in extremely well as a fullback. And again, on defense, this is he had a sack earlier, and now this tackle for a loss.
I don't know if you call it a sack, but you can call it a tackle for a loss.
I didn't say sack on this one.
I know. That's one of those that can go either way.
I did hold on.
4th and 4, Dodgeville's going to go for it, and again, they get Platteville to jump offside. And this is one of those things, and Scott Stotts talked about it in the pregame show. Coaching last week was frustrating with all the mistakes. This one is going to drive him nuts, too, because who jumped? It was the nose tackle, the guy right over the football in Joe Murphy.
That's the one thing I've always said. How in the heck can you possibly jump offside when the ball's right there? You know, you watch, you don't listen.
Not only that, he had his head down, too. He was trying to get low out of his stance. And he still jumps. So another gift first down for Dodgeville. Right at midfield. Rundhog to throw. Has time, lobs it over the middle, and it is caught by Grant Miller, and he'll get ahead to the Platteville 35-yard line. Nick Kingeter on the tackle, 15-yard pickup. The Dodgers are in business. Granted, it's coming against some of Platteville's backups.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I'm really happy to see, that Coach Stotts has been trying to get some backup players into the game and get some of these other guys a little experience.
Tackle by A.J. Getter.
1st and 10 at the 35, wings to either side. Rundhog to throw off the play fake. Lobs it deep far sideline, and it is going to be caught by Pratt, and there's a flag down, too.
He's calling pass interference.
Well, that official.
No, he's right on top of it, so.
On top of what?
Well, he should.
He was the guy who threw the pass interference flag on that incidental contact on Gardner in the first quarter, too. So. It would have been a 9-yard completion to Pratt, but I think Dodgeville will take the 15-yard penalty. And this will move the ball to the 25. So the penalties just keep adding up for Platteville. That's their 8th tonight, unofficially for 89 yards. Boy, if not for the penalties, this game would have been over a long time ago, literally. 1st and 10 Dodgers at the Platteville 25, 45 to go in the game. It's 33-0 Hillman. Handoff to Litchfield, tries the left side, bounces it back to the middle, now angles it to the sideline. 15 to the 10, he's undercut inside the 10, and he'll be brought down at the 7.
Stopped by number 3, David Gardner.
On this drive alone, Platteville has 40 yards in penalties.
And another longest carry of the game for Adam Litchfield. 13 on that carry. 1st and goal at the 7. And Platteville's going to take a timeout. We'll take one, too. 5:27 to go in the game. Platteville leading 33-0. The shutout, though, in jeopardy. We'll be back in a minute on the Double Team.
Your feet are made for walking.
Next to Nutrition World, across from the brand new Quick Trip in Platteville. Member SIPC.
1st and goal, Dodgeville at the Platteville 6. 5:27 to go in the game. Platteville leading 33-0. Platteville's second unit out on defense. Run hog to throw. Little lob near side, and it's caught, and a touchdown for Travis Martin for Dodgeville. So the Dodgers break onto the scoreboard, and they mob Martin in the end zone.
Travis Martin, touchdown, Dodgers.
You talk about a totally blown assignment by somebody, because there wasn't anyone covering him at all.
7th touchdown pass of the year for Rundhog, and just the 2nd receiving for Miller. And the extra point kick from Treg Christensen is good. 5:22 to go in the game. Platteville 33, Dodgeville 7. Back in a minute on the ESPN Double Team.
Emmett Skillian in Lancaster at 723-2106.
Treg Christensen on the ensuing kickoff bounces off one of the Platteville upbacks, and the Dodgers recover it at the Hillman 44. That one bounced off of it. Looked like that was Jared Klinger. Tried to get out of the way. The ball bounced off his leg, and it was recovered by Miles Poole.
And this was something, you know, there was not an attempt at an onside kick. It was kicked hard and just as a squib.
Dodgeville back in business, trailing 33-7 with 5:19 left. Rundhog to throw, has time. Angles off to his left, little short lob, and it is caught by Martin inside the 35. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 27. First reception for Travis Martin tonight. As Dodgeville's just padding the numbers now. And again, working against the Platteville backups.
Yeah, and that was just a matter, again, he was able to slip back out and become into a wide open spot away from the Hillman defenders.
Litchfield alone setback. Rundhog to throw, play fakes, fires it over the middle, caught by Miller at the 12. Tries to keep going. He'll get to the 10 before he's brought down. Rundhog threw a laser over the middle, and it'll be 1st and 10. Put the ball down at the 11. And you'll read in the newspaper that Dodgeville's total yardage would be somewhat respectable looking, but know that many of those yards are after the fact. The issue, the outcome, the ultimate result, that was decided quite some time ago. Platteville's going to win this football game. Split backs, handoff, and a little cross butt to Martin. Tries to work the right side, gets to the 6. Travis Martin, his second carry tonight. 4:28 to go in the game.
And all Platteville wants to do is just to see that clock just keep right on ticking down.
Martin and Litchfield, the split backs offset to the right. Rundhog a handoff to Litchfield, works the left side, not much there. Travis Steinmetz got in to make a pretty good tackle. And it'll be a pick of a yard. 3rd down and 4 at the 5. Dodgeville rushing back up to the line of scrimmage. Jameson Shaw in the game. He split to the left. Rundhog to throw, looking right. Same play for the touchdown again. Little floater right side. And again, Platteville neglects to cover Travis Martin, who makes the catch for the touchdown. That goes for 5 yards, and Dodgeville's within 33-13. And you can see the bounce in the Dodgers' steps. They feel a lot better about themselves. Craig Christensen's kick is no good. He pushed it wide right. 3:38 to go in the game. 33-13 Platteville. Back in a minute on the double team.
Jones. I can help with 401k rollovers and IRA transfers and can help you determine how to invest your retirement money, whether you're staying with your current employer or moving on. Let me help you explore the options.
Visit Ben Reeves and his staff at his new office in Platteville, next to Nutrition World, across from the brand new Quick Trip in Platteville. Member SIPC.
The ensuing kickoff was an onside try, or closer to it anyway, but it doesn't work this time as Ryan Siegert rolls around the loose ball at the Platteville 37. That's where the Hillmen have it, 1st and 10. 3:36 to go in the 4th quarter. Platteville leading 33-13 in a game that's not as close as it sounds.
No, and Platteville again been running the second team on defense the last 2 series, and now second team offense.
Kyle Fatzinger in at quarterback. Platteville looking just to get a couple of first downs and run out the clock. Out of the I formation. It's a handoff up the middle to Lynn Oyewiri. Breaks clear, has a first down across the 45 all the way up to the 49-yard line. Nice hard run for the 5'9" junior. 12 yards on the pickup, 1st and 10 for the Hillmen.
Well, Lynn Oyewiri is a tough little kid. I've seen him run the ball a couple other times, and he'll run into a big kid, or he'll run into an empty spot. He doesn't care. .309 to go. I formation. A.J. Teesketter in motion off to the right. Long count, hand off to Oyewiri again up the middle. Bounces it out to the left and into the clear. 45, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Hey, touchdown, Platteville. 51-yard run for Lynn Oyewiri. And that gets everyone all fired up. First varsity touchdown for Oyewiri. It's 39-13 Platteville. A beautiful job running the ball. Nice blocking, really, right at the point of attack. He just used his speed and just ran away from everyone.
Those are screams of joy from the marching band.
And they are loud.
When I said 45-30, that's about how fast he covered those 15 yards. And then it was a foot race, and they weren't going to get him. Jacobson on for the extra point kick. High snap, place is good, kick up on the way, and it is good. 2:55 to go. Platteville gets to the 40-point mark for the second time this year, leading the Dodgers 40-13. Back in a minute on the double team. Start a half hour sooner than normal. 6:30 will be the kickoff from Richland Center. Our airtime will be at 6 p.m. next Friday here on the double team. Spencer Jacobson on the kickoff. Zach Bennett takes it on the 10, fakes the reverse, returns to the left to the 25 to the 30. He's out to the 35, and he's shoved out of bounds.
And a flag down on the play.
Reverse to number 5, Zach Bennett.
Let's see what that marker's all about. It's a hold on Dodgeville, right at about the point where Bennett went out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
And you could see and I couldn't get a number on it, but you could see a Platteville player just spun all the way around on that hold.
The ball comes back all the way to the 24-yard line. And that's where Dodgeville will have it, 1st and 10. That's just the 3rd penalty on the Dodgers tonight. Hand off to Litchfield, works the left side, spins all the way across, gets to the left side, and accelerates upfield to the 35 on an 11-yard pickup. That'll be for 1st down. You're wondering, well, why is Dodgeville leaving in their first team as this game is over? Well, this is a pretty young team again for Mike Baranek, and he wants to get as much experience for his youngsters as he can. And Rundhog is a junior, although Litchfield is a senior. A lot of other youngsters on the team. And plus, he'd like to get some points as much as he can anyway. Hand off to Litchfield, right side, breaks off a tackle to the 35, spins off another one to the 40, and he'll get out to the 42 on an 8-yard pickup.
But the fact that they're running their first team and Platteville's running their second team is very good for Platteville because it gives them an opportunity to play against better people. And I'll tell you, you have to play against better to get better.
Dodgeville, again, is facing a grinding part of their schedule. They're on the road next week. Again, handoff on an end around the left corner. Across the 45, inside Platteville territory, up ahead to the 45-yard line of the Hillman is Tom Butasaw. His second carry of the game, and it goes for 21 yards. Sophomore.
It's a good job running the ball. I mean, really a nice job coming all the way across. Started to make a cut back over here to the near side before he was tackled.
Less than a minute and a half to go. 40-13 Platteville. Rundhog to throw off a play fake. Fires it over the middle, and it is caught by Nick Phillips up to the Platteville 25. First catch for Phillips tonight. And again, you'll look in the newspaper and you'll say, oh, Rundhog threw for 100-plus yards. Well, yeah, but a lot of those you can mark down ATF, as I do, after the fact, as this game is over. Minute 13 left. 1st and 10 at the 25. Rundhog to throw. Going to fire it far sideline for Phillips. He's got it. Makes a sliding catch at the 1. Had he been able to keep his feet, it would have been a touchdown. So back-to-back catches for Phillips for 44 yards. Dodgeville on the verge of a cheapy touchdown.
It still was a pretty doggone good catch.
Nice throw by Rundhog, too. 1st and goal at the 1. Andrew Collin, the fullback. Rundhog's going to lob it to the corner of the end zone, and it is broken up and incomplete. Looking for Phillips. And Brett Carr knocked it down.
That was good coverage on Carr. He did a real nice job getting back in there and was able to leap up and knock the ball out of the way, fortunately, and it went up. But you'd rather see it go down.
That ends Rundhog's streak of 7 consecutive completions. 2nd and goal at the 1. Handoff right side and in for a touchdown for Dodgeville is Adam Litchfield. So he at last breaks onto the scoreboard. Goes in from a yard out. And it's 40-19. Coming up in the Culver's Cool Down post-game show. Try to get you updated scores from other games around the area, and we'll summarize the numbers from here tonight. Dodgeville to go for 2. Rundhog to throw. lobs it across the goal line, and it is caught by Collin for the two-point conversion. 44 seconds left in the game. It's 40-21. Platteville will be back in a minute on the double team. By one of the upbacks, that's Taylor White, and he'll return it upfield to the Dodgeville 48. Taylor White, of course, a former fullback, returned that ball and then bowled over A.J. Smith. Let's get a lesson in football physics. Taylor White, 5'11", 226 pounds. A.J. Smith, 5'8", 145. You can do the math. 41 seconds left in the game. Platteville leading 40-21.
Yeah, Taylor White wishes he was the fullback in there right now.
Out of the I formation, passing her the handoff to Oyewiri with room around the left side to the 45, to the 40, tripped up, gets ahead to the 35-yard line. Lynn Oyewiri is having a game.
Tripped up by A.J. Smith.
He has 3 carries for 76 yards, including that 51-yard touchdown.
Do you realize if he broke one now, he'd be the game's leading rusher?
Yep. He might get it. I think the clock's going to run out, though. 24 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Well, take it to the house.
Michael Trentz is the fullback. Long count. And it will be a give to Trentz, and not much there. He gets to the 34, and that'll wrap it up. So Platteville taking advantage of Dodgeville mistakes in the first half, opens up a big lead at halftime, and they cruise home to a not as close as it sounds 40-21 homecoming win over the Dodgeville